Legend to the Wall here, and today we're doing a Rate Your Doom stack, covering a High Elf hero-based army with 16 Handmaidens. Now the thing is with this army is that it's not a Doom stack, not really. It's a Bloom stack, and by the end of this video you'll understand why. Now we're going up against Azazel and three other factions. So Archaon's also coming in here, and they've got some Cull reinforcements. So 3 different factions coming in. That means that really the only army that isn't going to show up at the start, no, all 4 of them are going to show up at the start. That's insane, because yeah, these 2 armies here belong to Archaon. Yeah, okay, wow. And yet still auto resolve gives a victory. Hang on, let me see this. No, okay. Usually when I get a Doomstack come in, I'm like, auto resolve wins? I have to check this. But no, it's on very hard battle difficulty, so damn, that's super strong auto resolve. Now, you might be thinking, oh yeah, is this another resistant handmaiden? But no, they're not resistant. So anyway, we got 3 wizards in here. I'm not really entirely sure what they're for, considering that life magic's probably the way to go, and you've got that with Alariel. She doesn't have dwellers below though. So you got a beast wizard, a metal wizard, and a light wizard. That's interesting. Anyway, let's jump in here and see how it goes. It's obviously very resource intensive to build this, so I don't imagine this is going to be highly practical. But from what he was telling me in the email, this would be very useful in the late game for expanding across new territories. And if you've got the capacity for them, you know, why not? But let's just see if they can even manage to win this battle here, because it is a lot to go up against. These are essentially all horse archers, so we've got 16 of them. Alariel can just fly away from anything that gives her any trouble. I'm really not sure what I'm supposed to be doing with the wizards, because we're not going to have that much winds of magic. And without dwellers below, I can't just... Hang on, let me see what we've got here. How much wins? 128, okay. Okay, that gives us extra reserves. Limited number of times, okay. We got 3 of them, nice. Alright, so what spells should we be using? Searing Doom, maybe? So let's have a look. So they're on horseback, not Ithamar chariot, so that's probably because you want extra speed. These ones here, only 100 speed on them. Alright. So they've got 30 ammo each. We should probably try to use that ammo to take out the enemy heroes, especially Azazel.
High Priestess.
In terms of casting here, yeah, like I said, we don't have dwellers below. If we really want to wreck them, I don't know why he didn't put a life wizard in here. Because like we can heal this easily enough, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. But I suppose in terms of damage dealing, the magic that we should probably be using is metal magic. Because I don't feel like Banishment's really that good anymore. And Searing Doom definitely is pretty good. There's also Final Transmutation, but unless the blob is absolutely massive, I don't really think that's a great idea. And as for Beast magic, don't have Flock of Doom here. What level are these characters? 14, 15, 28, okay. So I'm trying to get to learn this army a bit here. I'm going to keep these out of it for now, and we're just going to see how this goes. Right, so he's naming his traits, and he's got loads of the Sapphire, Diamond, and Ruby Guardian Phoenixes, so fire resistance, spell resistance, and physical resistance. Too bad they don't have a gold diamond. No, that wouldn't make... Sorry, gold Guardian Phoenix for ward save. Alright, so what we want to do here is try to aim for Azazel. Okay, should be in range. A few shots hitting. Okay, we got his attention, that's good. Oh, has anyone got... Yeah, this. Only useful while they're actually on the ground. Come on, shoot him. Oh, then come back up.
Sister of Avalon, Urithea, guided by Isha.
I got them firing at will again.
Sisters with me.
But yeah, Azazel's very quick.
Loyal guardian, Lathane. Forward for Avalon. Forward, sisters. Bring the light.
If we want to shoot him, we want to try to make sure he's not moving erratically, or else it just makes it difficult to hit him.
Forward for Avalon.
I don't think he's hit us once yet, but he's getting pretty damn close.
Honor the Ever Queen, guided by Isha, handmaiden of Alaria.
Now, Azazel is a naturally really difficult enemy to get rid of, so if we manage to get rid of him with him doing no damage to us, that's pretty damn good.
Handmaiden of the Ever Queen.
Can't need some speed. Just trying to get away.
Handmaiden. Moving forward.
Come on, just a few more shots and he's out of here. Okay, we've got... Where'd that come from? Probably Archaon.
Sisters with me.
Alright, he's coming back again.
Under Isha's protection.
Okay, he's a demon, so if we could just drop his leadership down just a little bit more, he'll
Sister
decay.
of Avalon.
Come on, just a little bit more. So the reason why we want to get some of these guys away from the main group is so sometimes when they're really close in range, they either won't shoot or they're super inaccurate. Whereas these ones here might actually be a little bit more accurate.
Moving out.
We already tried using the entangle. It didn't really work very well. Okay, there we go. That's all we needed.
Warrior maiden.
He's out of here.
Guardian. Sisters with me.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Tenthwine.
Okay, one more shot. One more shot. There we go. Good stuff. Alright, that was a lot of effort, but Azazel's probably one of the most difficult characters to take out with this. Oh my god, look how much we gotta deal with here. How was this an auto-resolve win on very hard battle difficulty? Alright, the next thing we should try to take out, I think, is Archaon. Because he's really fast as well. We should be able to draw him away from the main group. Can use Arcane Unforging to do direct damage to him, but I really hate that spell. I think it's with Arcane because he's got barrier. He can just keep overcasting without worrying about doing damage to himself. Alright, so we try to hit him, see if we can get him to come at us. Jeez, I'm getting through his damn barrier. The angle here is not amazing either. Come on. At least try to get through that barrier. Good, got through the barrier. None of them are obstructed, they're just not shooting very quickly. Okay, that's doing okay. Alright, what's his resistances? Fair bit of ward save, physical resistance doesn't matter because we're doing magical attacks.
Maiden Guard.
They're being quite passive, I wonder why that is. Right, I'm going to try to move a little bit closer. But we've really got to make sure we keep shooting him constantly so that his, there we go, here we go. So that his barrier doesn't come back. That's really important. Okay, fire at will. Alright, this will be a bit easier than Azazel because he's not quite as quick. And we can use Entangle. I just need to get him away from that main group. See, that'll also give him extra fire resistance. Weakness. But Entangle doesn't really last that long. And he is not a demon, so he will run away. If his leadership drops down too far. Now, while his barrier's gone, this would be a good opportunity to drop down, if he miscasts, I mean, but he hasn't been. Got him on fire at will. So yeah, I think that using their ammunition for Lord Sniping is their best use at the moment, because shooting into a whole bunch of infantry is just a huge waste of ammo.
Sisters with me.
Get some of them around his... Hey, why did you...
Advancing. Orders understood.
Get some around his back so that we bypass his shield as well.
Handmaiden of the Everqueen. Loyal servant. Avalon. Attack. Guided by Isha. March. For the Queen. Handmaiden of the Everqueen.
Alright, they're charging at us now.
Moving out.
Shooting at these is totally fine as well, because
Under Isha's protection.
single entity arrows would do a fair bit of damage to him.
Guided by Isha.
Okay, I don't think we've landed any good shots on Archaon in a while
Guided
here.
by light. Guardian of Avalon.
Crap, at the edge of the map.
Althwan's call.
Loyal servant.
I really don't know what I'm doing with these wizards.
Althwan mage. Advance.
So many... Oh god, they're just going to have to go into melee. They're just not shooting.
Priestess of Isha. Ever onward.
Yeah, they're actually better in melee than they were at range. Okay, let's get some heals in there.
For Althwan.
Maybe even use the Star of Avalon.
Handmaiden of the
Alright,
Everqueen.
can't bloody click on a particular unit we want to heal.
Yenui.
Just have to hope that we get lucky with that. Alright, Archaon's almost gone. We definitely don't want to get bogged down over here. We need to get rid of these guys here and then go around the side. Okay, go, 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 go. Don't want to stick around. Don't want to stick around.
Althwan mage.
Too late. Alright, the skin wolves shouldn't be too difficult to deal with. The problem here is they're just going to send units down at us one at a time and constantly grind us down. So what they're doing is pinning us down with just one unit at a time.
Dawn's hope.
Althwan mage.
Okay,
Asa
gotta get
mage.
out of here.
Seeking the foe. Urithea. Moving out.
Okay, we might just be able to make it out of here.
Devoted servant. Handmaiden of the Everqueen.
Isha guide.
I guess having a light wizard, I could net of Amantok them.
My power is yours.
Then again, we've still got
Handmaiden
more,
of the Everqueen.
where are they?
Handmaiden of
Where are the,
Avalon.
entangles?
Sister of Avalon. Handmaiden of the Everqueen.
Maybe we don't have that many.
Awaiting orders.
Okay. Alright, still got them on fire at will. Okay, a little bit of damage has been done, but Archaon's been taken out, and same thing with Azazel. There's still 2 more generals left on the battlefield, but they're nobodies.
Under her protection. Senlui.
Now the big thing here is that I have no idea how we're supposed to take on all of these guys here. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. We need to use our ammunition to take out the like the single entities and the monsters. After that, we can go into an infantry blob, and then just use magic to finish them
I
off.
will.
Going abroad.
Since we've still got plenty of ammo, I don't see any reason. No, bounce power's not that bad considering how many units are actually on the battlefield.
The
So there's no reason why we can't use these right now. Doesn't make any difference when you use that in the battlefield. Right, so yeah, we don't really want to be shooting into all this infantry. Okay, I gotta figure out a way to... let me see. Is it just me or is this map? The map feels small, but it's actually not. It's just because there's so many units on the battlefield.
Duty calls.
Alright, keep the wizards away again.
Sister of Avalon.
Well, they are shooting, but man, their
protection.
reload rate is really slow while moving.
Tireless.
moving.
Okay. I'm thinking that if I go around and constantly try to, like, snipe them, this is going to take forever. At the end of the day, we already took
With
out
me.
2 of their best units.
Nature's will.
The ones that are really going to do the most damage. So let's
Guardian of
just
Avalon.
jump them into melee here. I'll heal them where needed.
Restoring order.
And let's now start using
Stand
these guys
with
in
me.
melee combination with healing and
Avalon is ready.
magic. Keep the wizards out of the fight,
Forward.
obviously.
Alariel the Everqueen. Chosen of Isha.
Spellcaster.
So, with what we've got here,
Alariel
they are
the
anti-large. I don't
Everqueen.
think they're struggling too much at the moment.
Onward.
But yeah, like I said, I think using Searing Doom is probably the way to go. Because Banishment just doesn't do it for me anymore. And Searing Doom is really good. Yeah, for the price.
Mage.
I guess you got this one here for the buff spells, but I don't know. I don't think we really need it.
Alariel the Everqueen.
I don't think having 3 wizards in the army, in addition to Alariel, was a good call. Not unless it's unless they're all three resistant.
Bend to my
It says
will.
admin, so that means it must be administrators.
Servant of light. Alariel the Everqueen.
Maybe I'll use banishment when
My
they get in a
power
bit
is
closer.
yours.
Outward mage.
Okay, got plenty of reserves.
Isha's chosen.
And they're not really taking any serious damage. As long as they stay together, they should be fine.
Moving.
And then use Alariel to heal them wherever needed. Oh, there's... Great... Infernical, whatever. Should we
Onward.
use a final transmutation? Because if there's like tons of units, that actually might be better. It's a very expensive spell, but we do have loads of winds of magic.
Setting forth.
Yeah, okay, let's overcast a final transmutation now, because there's so many units in here. And we'll see how much damage it actually ends up doing.
Spellcaster.
So from 14,000... Yeah, when you've got this many units in there... You know, it's no Bane Spear, but it still does pretty good. You know, for 24 winds of magic. Now, if you're wondering why not overcast Searing Doom, you could if you want, but you're paying extra winds of magic, getting a possible miscast chance. It also slows down your rate of casting it. Sometimes it's better just to cast a spell over and over again. Alright, let's bring Alariel back over here and maybe chuck down a banishment. At the end of the day here, we do have absolutely tons of winds of magic.
My power is yours.
Didn't necessarily need to be Alariel, could have been the other light wizard. So let's have a look up, see how much damage this does. Well, right in the middle of it, you'd expect that to do a fair bit of damage. And yep, that's pretty good.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure this is the intended way that it was supposed to be used. You have the wizards just run around.
Alariel the Everqueen. Isha
These
guide
ones in
me.
combat and just keep casting spells, which is not something that we've not seen before. Sorry, it's something that we've seen before, basically. But the big thing here is that this isn't... The battle isn't the whole thing about this army, which is what drew me to it. Alright, another one of these.
Alariel the Everqueen.
Like, the army itself on the battlefield is... It's impressive in terms of how much it's worth on the battlefield.
Onward.
But, you know, hero doom stacks are always super strong. Most of the time, actually, not always.
Guided by light.
So yeah, final transmutation's really doing some work for us here.
Advancing.
But when you got that big of a blob, and they're really holding quite well.
For order.
I guess they've got 90 odd melee defense. That's why they're holding so well.
Senlui.
Awaiting orders.
Alariel the Everqueen.
High mage. Making my
Yeah, we
way.
don't really need the buff spells if they're not taking that much damage.
High Priestess. Of one's queen. Isha's chosen. Servant
Maybe you didn't
of
want to put a
light.
life wizard in here to give it a little bit more of a challenge. Because if you put a life wizard in here, the amount of damage that we've done with the final transmutation, we would have easily done that with each Dwellers Below. Thing is though, Dwellers Below is not great against single entities, where final transmutation actually is.
Light of Avalon. In rust. Assia Mage.
Yeah, final transmutation is doing a lot of work for us here. And some factions are getting army loss, but the Cull haven't got it yet.
Outward mage.
Alright, fuck it, let's overcast this.
Lakoi Soraya.
Asa mage. Handmaiden of the Everqueen.
Sarior. The Everqueen. Priestess of Isha.
Mage.
Yeah, I'd definitely take the Beast Wizard out of the army, and the Light Wizard for that matter. I'd take them both out, just to keep the Middle Wizard in there. Or even better still, switch it for a Life Wizard. I know Alariel's a Life
Isha,
Wizard,
guide
but
me.
She's only got Earth Blood and Shield of Thorns. What you want from Life Magic is Dwells Below, which is probably the most powerful spell in the game at the moment, next to probably Wind of Death.
Ulfwan Mage.
Alright, I reckon this spell here will be the deciding blow. The thing is, the Final Transmutation is doing a good job, but it's also consuming a lot of Winds of Magic. Like 24 Winds of Magic is a lot. Whereas a Dwells Below doesn't need to be overcasted, would do 14 Winds of Magic and probably do a comparable amount of damage.
Light of Avalon.
Maiden Guard.
And we walk out of this with absolutely no damage. I gotta admit, when I threw them into the blob there, it was partly because I just didn't want to spend 40 minutes on this bloody battle. And I didn't expect it to do as well as it did. Okay, the battle's actually not over yet. No, there we go.
Seeking the foe.
And I didn't expect them to be able to hold so well. So let's have a look at some of their resistances. 15% ward save, 33% physical. The resistances are high, but nothing spectacular. Right, Guardian is giving extra physical resistance. Brass Cleaver. Yeah, then there's the Guardian Phoenix things like... Where's the Diamond Guardian Phoenix? Yeah, the actual one that you need more than any of them. Do you only... You only got the Fire and the Sapphire one. What about the Diamond one? Well, this one here says Diamond. Also, I'm blind. Oh no, it's there. It's just not showing up over here. No, there it is. Right, it's just not showing up for this one. Right. Yeah, there it is. It's on. Right. I was just looking at the wrong one. Right, right, of course, because it gets an additional effect because it's got it equipped. Right, I gotcha. Moving on. Alright, now to showcase the really impressive thing about this particular army. This was really just a sideshow. This was very strong. I'm surprised by how much it was able to take on with absolute ease, especially considering that it all came at once. See, usually with these sort of armies, you're dealing with the enemy in waves, but we dealt with the whole lot of them all in one go, apart from the two lords that we had to snipe. Which, maybe in hindsight, we didn't even need to do that. But the big thing about this is that most, not all, but most of these heroes have the Fecund trait. And what that trait does is allow them to go into a province, conquer it, and have such an absurd amount of growth that they basically push it to max tier straight away.
Be free.
So, were we the attacker in that situation, or defender? Because I wasn't really paying attention. No, we were the defender.
I bid you welcome.
Alright, so let's get through the turn and have a look at this. So there's nothing in this that I think makes it any better in Avalon than any other particular army. Any other particular higher faction. So if you want to do it as a Tain or Yvres, I don't think it makes any difference. Because the traits are still available. The only difference would be that Avalon can get handmaidens earlier. That's the only thing I can think of. Alright, so, well, you don't even have the settlement. So, let's get the settlement. And what's this? Is this more? Genius. Genius. Okay, so what are the traits? Let's have a look. So yeah, we got Fecund, which provides growth all provinces and 50 local province. Crushing, which provides weapon strength and charge bonus. Honestly, I don't think you really need that. Since we weren't really relying that heavily on their weapon strength. I get that that's very high, but I don't think that was necessary considering most of the damage was done by magic. Another Fecund, so that's 2 Fecunds, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you've got some administrators, so that reduces construction time and cost. More Fecund. Another crushing. So that's 2 crushings. Alright. Well, that means that there's 14 Fecunds and 2 crushing. Yeah. I would have just gotten more feckin' ones, but it's probably just a case of
One's
fatigue
queen.
throughout the campaign there. Alright, now, we gotta go grab this settlement here so that we can see exactly what this actually does.
Sound the horn of Isha.
Beyond your comprehension.
This world
Get out of my
needs
way.
us. You are free to go.
Alright,
Order
then you occupy
is
it
restored.
and generate such an absurd amount of growth that I reckon it would only take like 2 or 3 turns to get 5 growth surplus. You can also construct things straight away, or nearly straight away, if you had another administrator in there. I guess what you could also do is...
By the
you got a
White
bunch of
Tower.
genius ones following you there.
Handmaiden of the Everqueen.
Which,
The
if I have a
Ephora
look at that,
answers to
what's the
me.
purpose of that? Just extra research rate? Right, you're just trying to reduce the enemy hero action success chance in the local province. I guess that makes sense.
Queen of Avalon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's insane how quickly you'd be able to grow it.
Servant of
But also, if you just recruited any administrators that you might have available sitting in here. Let me see if you've got them. Okay, there's one. Yeah, there we go. So, the provincial capital for the tier 5 only takes 1 turn. So let's do this. Let's go through an intern here. Oh, I hope this one doesn't besiege the settlement.
Magic.
And let's see how much growth surplus we get from just 1 turn. Let's have a look. Best to take this one out.
Gift.
So just going to go through another turn here. And show just how much growth that is. So what you could do with these sort of armies... I mean, this is super late game sort of stuff. Is you can walk into a province, conquer it, or conquer one region in it, and generate so much growth that by the time you've conquered the entire province, it's already, like, completely maxed out.
Back!
We have much to discuss. Come.
The guy doesn't need to say file back, obviously, so whatever happens over these end turns here doesn't matter, because we're just focusing in on that second one.
Pull back.
Doesn't
The
matter.
Kadai watch over us.
1,500 is definitely the most growth I've ever seen. But not by a huge degree, because Khorne can actually get similar amounts of growth through bloodletting. And that's faction-wide. But you have to get a lot of bloodletting going. You need like 20 armies with full bloodletting.
There is glory to be won. The Asur followed strength.
But yeah, outside of those 2 factions, I can't really think of any other faction that generates that much growth. And the funny thing with Khorne, you're not really cheesing it, because that's just part of their mechanic. You just need loads of armies that are fighting battles constantly, which is exactly what Khorne should be doing. In terms of his actual campaign, I mean, I'm not here to rate it, but it's a complete bloody mess. Territory all over the place, and that's fine. Just whatever, who cares. Alright, so we were at Prague. So how many growth surpluses did we get in just 1 turn there?
Welcome.
3 growth surpluses. They did besiege the settlement.
Princess.
Just get out of my way, asshole.
To battle. Have your freedom.
Yeah, I know that's like essentially cheating, but we're not here to test this out again. Okay, so yeah, 3 growth surpluses in 1 turn. So that was just the turn that they had occupied it. So,
Change.
and
is
another
coming.
turn. How much growth surplus is needed for this next one? 1,250. Right, so yeah, it would take about 3 turns in total to go from 0 growth to 5 growth surplus. So it's probably not that great when you've only got 1 region in the province, but let's just say you're capturing a province like, I don't know, let's go Reichland here, right? Let's just say the first turn you conquered Altdorf, right? So 3 growth is there, and you may spend it or you may not. And then the next turn, you've accumulated a similar amount of growth points, capturing Grunberg, and then you got to get over to Uberschreik, and by the time you've gotten to that point there, you've already gotten 5 growth surplus, able to get Altdorf to, if let's just say you captured it at tier 4, as in it was tier 5 and you captured it, push it straight up to tier 5 and also get it there in a single turn. So that growth allows you to just build up the provinces that you capture almost instantly, including all of the buildings, just getting instantly done. As long as you got another administrator ready. Because, yeah, they're just a little bit short on it. But, yeah, that's absolutely insane. In terms of the battle, it was really good, but we relied really heavily on magic. And, of course, the AI is absolutely stupid by blobbing up that much. The AI just does that in Warhammer 3. So, but that is how this army performs. But, like I said, I didn't showcase this to showcase how good this was in battle. You know, we've seen hero doom stacks. They're almost always amazing. You know, throw in any kind of area effect magic on a dumbass AI. We've seen this 10 times before. And in terms of the overall stats of the army, it's nothing particularly special. He put in a lot of effort to it, but what I really liked is just that insane level of growth, which is why I called this the Bloom stack, not the, not really a doom stack. It is definitely a doom stack, but the way it grows provinces is really useful. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time, fuckers. Bye.